We are live. Hello, everyone. I'm dropping water all over my cards. I have been all out of sorts. That's why I haven't been getting on for the morning energy reading. Just been tending to my own mental health, my own mental care, and I hope you guys have been doing the same. I saw something yesterday about the Schumann report about how it's like the earth itself had an energetic shock to where it looked like it had like a panic attack. The earth had a panic attack. And I was like, that would make sense. That would make sense. I've been picking up on a lot of energy. I have just been, and I told you guys I was feeling this like before I went on my trip where I was like anxious, anxiety. I'm like, I overcome anxiety. I've overcome a lot of things. Like this can't be from me. And it makes sense that I'm probably feeling like the solar flares. I'm picking up the energy from just the earth. But it's also interesting though that location absolutely matters. Even while I'm doing these charts for you guys, these astrocartography charts, and I'm kind of getting the background on your stories, and I'm seeing like where you guys are lining up to be. Um, it absolutely it absolutely matters. It really does, because I remember coming back from Costa Rica, being on cloud nine, and I remember talking to my neighbor about the trip and giving her the details so she can kind of follow my trip, like my itinerary, which I still haven't even posted. I still haven't posted our pictures. I'm gonna make a reel with all of our pictures and stuff and post that. Um, and it was like maybe about 2 or 3 days after the trip, started to feel exactly how I felt before I went on the trip. And I told my cousin, I was like, if people don't believe that there's programming here, I don't know what else to say. Like from and I don't feel it wasn't just like a being on cloud nine because I'm on vacation. I vacation and stuff, and I've gone to other places, and I never felt like I felt in Costa Rica. Also, Puerto Rico is a place where I feel very, very high vibrational too. Um, and I like Mexico too, but different parts of Mexico. But anyways, so and then I've come back into this almost like depression, slump, agitation, anxiety, like, and I have nothing to really feel like that for, right? I have a lot of things to be grateful for. And I don't know if I told you guys about my Miami situation where I got delayed in Miami for 24 hours. That I always thought Miami was going to be a city that I loved, and that almost turned me off because it was like soon as I got there, everybody was so rude. Now I will say it once I got out of the airport, people got a little bit nicer. They didn't speak any English, but they were still a lot nicer. Like our Uber driver, I was able to tip him under the table for him to take me and roaming around to get some food really late night. Like it was like 11:30 at night, and he didn't speak any English at all, but we translated whatever. And so, but I think it was just my airport situation where everybody was just so fucking ugh. It was, yeah. And it wasn't even just about the rude. The first thing that came to my mind was, is like, I have come back to America and everybody is so miserable. Like not everybody, but a lot of people, like a lot of people. And it's not even by like, and trust me, hear me when I say this, Alexa, turn it down. Hear me when I say this, but in no means do I mean that they are like that intentionally. I can feel and pick up on the energy that they're like that because of stress, anxiety, work. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing this. And I have a million other things that I should be doing, and I don't want to be here. And so it comes off as this, like this rudeness. And it was like night and day from coming from Costa Rica to coming back to America. Um, I had a deep channeled message yesterday. I've been channeling a lot just to try to figure out where my next steps and my next moves are. And that's why you guys haven't seen me so much. And my mother came through on the pendulum. Oof. honey, that I'm gonna share that with my Patreon group. I'm gonna get on live tomorrow on Patreon, more so Zoom. Not a lot of people got on last week, but if you're on Patreon, I have 3 episodes from the Voices of the Voiceless coming out. I think that's what I'm gonna change the name to, the Voices for the Voiceless, today. Okay, I didn't post them on Sunday. I have just not been in that energy to do anything other than to listen. I can't explain it. When you get downloads like this, I know some people are like, well, where's this? Where's that? I've been working on everything, but when I get into this frequency where I have to listen, like what is coming through, I have to listen. The only time I've left my house since my son has been gone is for the gym. And then I got accidentally invited to a drag brunch and I needed that. I'm so glad my friends invited me to that so I can get out of the house. But other than that, I've been here or working out. But my mom was like, it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. You're going to be so much happier. And I'm going to say that, and I'll share the rest of the download for the Patreon community. But that's the download I got. And I mean, it was a long download. Like I was channeling, and it was her coming through so strongly. But she was like, don't feel guilty. It's time for you to go. Release any unforgiveness that you have in your heart, especially towards my stepfather and whatnot. But it's time for me to go. Also, I got like the frequency, and I know people may think I'm crazy when I say this, but there is like this demonic, how do I put it, realm. There's this, the way I got it from the download is that it's a level of hell. Like it's the energy, the frequency around America. I mean, when I speak like this, my channel gets shadow banned, but I have to say that. And I want to say this because I want the people who are coming to me for their problems and their situations to truly know that it's not just you, right? A lot of you could be like myself, living next to your Saturn line, right? And your Saturn line is going to create a lot of friction. It's going to create a lot of hardships, delays. Saturn is not bad, but sometimes that's where we have to be in order to fulfill our purpose, our soul destiny or whatever. And we're living near our Saturn lines where everything just seems to come hard, more difficult, right? But then you add another layer of it where there is this very, very deep programming going on here. And I used to talk about it a lot, but being able to go to a place where it was near my Chiron line, which was extremely healing, and then coming back here, I was able to pick up on it. So like I was speaking about it on the channel before, just from sheer intuition, but actually after stepping out of it and then stepping back in it, whoa, it's heavy. And so I get a lot of readings from people who are lost, who are stuck, who are stagnant, financially drained, financially, just trying to make it. And I gotta say, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon as far as the frequency. And you could change it for yourself, absolutely. But the overall vibe of the collective, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon around here. I went from Wisconsin to Texas and felt the same way. The people in Texas are so nice, happy, and I want to stay here. Wisconsin is misery. It's all about where you go in Texas, but I like Texas too. I do like Texas, but it is all the way up. It's about where you go in Texas as a Black woman. I'm gonna say that. But I have family in Texas, so I always have a good time. All right, let's take a look here, though. Enough of me yapping and talking and stuff like that. I'll divulge a little bit more on the Patreon. But let's get into the energy for today. Have I been to El Paso? I feel like I have. I used to live in Arizona, and I think we drove through that. Arizona is somewhere that's also very healing as well. Some of Arizona, Denver, that was coming up on a lot of people's charts as far as as far as collective, and I have to tell you, some people were like, well, there was places that were countries that were coming up that People were like, well, is there any place in America where I can live? You gotta, if you're really wanting to change your life and your frequency, you have to get out of the mindset that everything is just in America, right? The world is your oyster. And a lot of people that they're on the astrology chart, I was given some places in America. Denver was a hot spot. New York was a hot spot for some people. And Sedona, Arizona was a hot spot for some people, Canada. But a lot of like your Venus lines and your Venus line and your Jupiter line, or your abundance and your love, I was seeing that going through a lot of Latin America, a lot of South Central, South. And I saw some people where it was different for everybody, really, because we have different birth charts. But that was the common places I was seeing. Some I saw Australia. And then the sun line too. Yeah, the sun. I mean, we get sun down here too in Louisiana, but I don't know. I'm going to the Bahamas. Beautiful, beautiful. That is a beautiful place to go to too. Definitely spiritual warfare, Yolanda. Definitely spiritual warfare. Definitely. And I have to say, it feels like it's hitting the people who are at not lower frequency, yes, lower frequency, but also lower class system, if you know what I mean. Like, it's hitting those people a lot harder too. All right, let me take a look. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Thanks so much. Show me clearly. This is for Aries. You'll enjoy the Bahamas. That's another really healing place. All right, time for a nap. Time for a nap. This is a card. This card comes out when there's time for a break, a vacation, a step back, a needed reset. Tell me about number 24. Let's take a look. So we have rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary, non-action, allowing dreams to arise. I have ancestry roots in Belize. That's on my list to go to too. The Oracle's message here says, this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go into a state of non-action, and allow yourself to be free of the shackles. I get to talking too much, and then they freeze me. But what I'm not going to tolerate anymore, YouTube, is the way that you be snapping the most unflattering pictures for my thumbnail. I'm over it. And I don't know who I got to go to, what AI software keeps doing this, but they keep snapping the most unflattering pictures of me, and I'm fucking done. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna have to take a picture before I get on here. So let me read this again. Okay, so yes, no, email me, please. That's distracting. Okay. Rest, rejuvenation, and renewal, temporary non-action, allowing dreams to arise. All right, this is a time to step away and rest. Let the cares of your world go into a state of non-action, and allow yourself to be free of the shackles of your goals, your lists, your desires. Nothing is as important as rest, detachment, and neutrality. The overly busy mind can block you from inner wisdom. And if you don't step back, take a seat and rest. Be willing to let dreams surface and ideas flow through you, absent any force or conscious direction, as you observe without engagement now. Okay. Right before I got on here, I saw a video, and it was literally, the title stuck out to me, and it was saying how detach and your money flows in. So that could also be an energy here. This says the prosperity message is, this is a great time to take a break from your busy schedule and allow yourself the opportunity to step back. Your plans are meant to be put on ice. Your goals can wait. Dream, imagine, and let go of attachments to any outcome now. Meditate and take a holiday if you can. Things will speed up soon enough after a break, and you may want to make some changes. Epiphanies have an amazing way of arising when you take your focus off of your to-do list and allow yourself to rest. All right. And the relationship message says, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't take any plans right now. Don't make any plans right now. If you're not partnered, it's a good time to take this time out to get to know yourself. And if you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love connection can become rejuvenated. So it's all about rest. If you guys, I made the announcement the other day, if there's anything that's missing, just bump it up in my email, okay? So I can see it, because a lot of things have been coming up that I didn't even see. Okay, so that was for you, Felicia. Just bump it up in the email. Oh, wow, sisters, I can't get enough sleep, and that's not like, yeah. Well, we did really have a major outer planet, generational planet, Uranus, that just shifted into Gemini yesterday. And I want to say, what is Neptune in? Right now is going to be a period here where you're going to want to pay attention to your dreams. That just reminded me I need to get back to my with a dream thing. Let's take a look. The sign of Pisces. There it is. That's why. It's currently in the sign of Pisces. All right, let's take a look here. Holy Spirit, spirits, and angels, please. Message here for the Aries. Mine too. Keep a notebook, keep a journal by your bed to document them. Dreams are not always going to be literal, but they do have meanings, right? They do have some sort of meaning to them. Let's take a look here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. First one out we have is the Ace of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands. So it looks here that taking a rest, taking a nap, taking a break is going to be your kind of like secret elixir, right? To be getting out of the Seven of Cups energy. This could be confusion, illusions, trying to make a decision or a choice, and you can't quite get the answers that you're needing, or the confirmation that you need, or feel like you're not getting the confirmation that you need. The Ace of Wands is saying that the opportunity, the action, the thing is literally going to be handed to you by the divine. It's like, here you go. This is your new beginning. This is what you're going to take action on. This is what you're going to feel excited and passionate about. It also shows here with the take a nap that the Eight of Cups is coming out. This is the card right after the Seven of Cups. So you literally leave the energy of confusion to, I got it now. I don't need to be in this feeling and this energy anymore. You can walk away from those feelings or those mixed emotions, or it could be feelings that don't serve you, fear, lack, anxiety, stress, all of those things. You're walking away from that. And now you got a sense of purpose, Queen of Wands here, a sense of confidence, a sense of, this is the direction that I'm going to go in. This is what I'm going to put my energy behind. Now that this kind of like epiphany or action to take has come to you, and it seems to have done through rest. I was telling somebody the other day that I had to come up with some sort of plan or idea for something, and I just sat in one spot for a few hours. Now I scrolled a little bit, but I've made a conscious decision to put my phone down and just kind of just sit there and meditate, ask the question, and just let all the thoughts come to me. It's whatever. And then a few hours later, boom, I had a click. I had an epiphany moment. I was like, whoa, there it is. There's the answer. The problem is a lot of people don't have that luxury. Time is luxury. And I'm truly grateful for that I could do that. And that is something that I also always encourage people, is like, find your luxury, find a place in your life where you can just be at ease. Like you could just be, where you can have time to sit and think, like where you can uncrowd your schedule or your responsibilities, your obligations. A lot of it has to do around money and needing to make money to live and survive. But I feel that if it's getting to the point where you're getting burnt out in that chapter, it may be time for you to find something else, to leave, to relocate, and anything like that. But we're going to talk about that a lot on the Patreon tomorrow. I don't know if I said today, but tomorrow I'll be getting on, and I will be providing a Zoom link so you guys can get on Zoom and talk. We could talk back and forth and communicate that way. I still haven't created the Discord, but I'm going to do that too today. All right, so that is what I have for you guys. I do have to run. I will have a few readings on, and then the Patreon Goddess of the Hope podcast. I will have 3 episodes that are dropping tonight. All right, around 7 o'clock Central Time. So I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.